Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Louise here from Create with Louise, and today we're going to make some cards using this washi tape, the Extraordinary Flora washi tape. So we have the pink design, and then it goes into a purpley colour. So that's going to be used on all three cards. There also comes with a stamp set, which we're just going to use the congratulations from that, but we won't use the main stamp set. And we're going to use the die. We'll also use a sentiment from Unbounded Love and some gold leaves from the Gallery Blooms dies. That is in the current annual catalogue, and so are these. Now, these are metallic texture rub-ons. So I've already used these in a scrapbook video, the last one that I did. So we're going to get 2 sheets of the same design, and we've got the gold, and then there's silver with the same designs. Okay, and for this card we're going to use this portion. So we'll start off, and we're using an eyelet 3D embossing folder. I've gone ahead and already done that, and I've cut out a couple of little gold sprigs just to save a bit of time. And it is a 5.5 by 4.25 card base. So we'll start by cutting a section, and we're just going to lay it down on the white. So each of my cards today, the base will be different, just so that we can have a look at the different bases and what it will do. I have used this piece of washi tape is about, I think it's 3 inches, 3.25 inches, and I've popped it on a piece that's 6 inches long. So I'll move these out of the way, bring in my die cut machine. So this die is going to cut them all out at the one time, which is great for saving us time. I'm going to secure it with some tape. And you will just use the normal sandwich that you use on your die cutting machine for cutting dies. And this gives us lots of embellishments to decorate our cards with. We won't be using every single one of them in today's card. So that's the first step. And they're not difficult cards today, but it's just nice to have a look. This is a product I haven't used before, so I was keen to try them out. So the next step will be these rub-ons. So this was also a product I haven't used before. So I'm just going to trim a piece off. And I was surprised at how easy they were to use. So just going to pop that along the top there. So you just peel that up, place it down. I just want it over the and then rub with your fingers. That's all. And then gently lift it up. If some of them don't remove, then you just push it back down and have another press. But that's come out perfectly. I could even pop one there just to finish that off. And they both came off. I'll just remove that little bit. There we have. So easy to use. Then we're going to heat emboss a sentiment here. So that's where I've used the Unbounded Love stamp set. So we're just going to do a happy birthday. So, a little bit of powder. And then that's just placed there. These are just bead trays that I'm using to catch my powder. And it's best to use a preheated heat tool. I don't think any of us crafters get tired of heat embossing. Love the magic. Okay, so now it's just time to lay out our pieces the way we might like to have them. So if we make a cluster here, we can still see the beautiful eyelet embossing folder. And if we lay them out and see what we have, And I will pop some of these up on foam. Some will be flat and some will be on foam. And then we'll pop in some of these gold ones along the way as well. So I might start with putting the dimensionals on. And I've got a few small ones as well. So I think that one will go there. So while they're, you can take a photo of your embellishment once you've got them where you want, and then that allows you to remember once you pull them apart. Or what I often do is just pull one out and then pop that in, and I do that all the way around. With using glue, you've at least got to wait a little bit while they stick down, especially with that rough embossing folder there, with that texture. I think we'll pop a little one in here. I've deliberately popped, flowers in the centre and then the leaves radiating out. Now before I put that down, then I'm going to put in some of these little gold sprigs. This is just cut out of gold foil paper. And we'll put another one. And it just brings that gold across to this side. And those dimensionals are going to help hold those down as well. Okay, I don't think we need any more dots or anything like that because we've got these gold accents around it. Simple card, but I think these are a real standout. Okay, so then we're left with these, and that can be used on another card. So you're getting probably out of one sheet that you're cutting, you could make 2 cards. So I'm just going to save those for another project. And this time we're going to pop our washi tape onto a piece of vellum. So it's going to give it a little bit more translucency than using white cardstock. And I do find it easier to cut the piece off and just deal with the one strip rather than leaving it on the roll. And so far this has been the easiest way to pop it down. And then you can just smooth out any wrinkles. As you can see, that's worked out really well. So you'll be able to see the difference. I'll bring it up close, that it just gives a little bit more translucency to the die cut pieces. Now you could, if you wanted to, put adhesive sheet on the back of these. I did on one of my samples and it cut fine. I did try to use adhesive sheet, but it was too thick. It wouldn't cut through that. Now for this card, we are going to use some silver ribbon. These purple sequins were from back in January, February with the celebration. Countryside corner dies and textured note dies. And we're going to do a landscape card on this one, and we're just going to have it all flat. I'm not going to raise up these pieces. And this, I'm not sure what colour that is. It could be pool party. I didn't write it down. I just picked a bit of cardstock that I thought looked nice. And this is just going to be centered, top, bottom and the sides. And then we build our flowers. So just a matter of choosing which ones you want, really. And I think they go really nice with this colour cardstock. And I do have a sentiment. I'm going to use shaded spruce, and it's going to be, may all your wishes come true. These stamps stamp so beautifully. I love them. So that's the way I want it. I might bring it a little bit more into the centre. Put some dimensionals. Okay. I like these filler little flowers that you can just pop in and around. Now I'm not going to pop any of these up on foam because you'll probably see through. So I'll just use a bit of this tape runner. Probably should have popped that underneath first. And some of this will be covered up, so if I just pop some tape runner at the ends and have these floating, see that'll look nice. It'll give it some movement and interest to the card. So if you don't like to do too much stamping, this is going to be perfect for you. Because you'd be able to cut some ahead of time. Okay, so bring that over a bit more. There we go. Cover up the ends of your sprigs. Okay, let's put some ribbon on. Well, I always cut more than I need. Just, it's easier to manage when you've got plenty of ribbon to work with. Or fingers. That can just go in the corner there. And then some sequins. I think we'll use some of these. Light purple shade. So pretty. There we have it. A gorgeous card in no time at all. Okay. Right, we've got one more card. And this time I've put it on a piece of cloud cover cardstock. So I've put it on a piece of the light side of the cloud cover. So that's the darker side. So I'll go now and cut that out. And that was just, I just wanted to see, you know, what sort of look putting it on a coloured cardstock would give. So it just gives a hint of colour, not too much. It doesn't detract from the colours that are in the washi tape. I'll just bring the first card back in so that you can see the comparison. I mean, yes, it's a different colour there, but if you look at the leaves, there. So it's not too much difference. Just allows you to have some variation, try different vellum, try acetate. I think the problem I had was that I also put adhesive sheet on the back of the acetate, and my acetate is quite thick to begin with, so didn't matter what I did, it wouldn't cut through. So we're layering white on white. I quite like that look, and I think it allows for your washi tape embellishments to really shine. So what we're going to do with this piece of lattice, and that comes from the linked together set, and that's the lattice die that I've used. So what I thought would be good was to have some of the leaves and flowers behind the lattice. So I'll just lay them out first. See what I think. Because I can lift it up. So that's what I think I want on top of the lattice. But I think we need some of these flowers underneath. So we can pop some of these underneath here, like that. So what I might do is pop these down first, get it a bit more centered. You know, I've just had a thought. What I could have used also was press and seal. You could put them all down and then put the press and seal and then lift them up. So anyway, I'm going to tip them off, pop some glue on the back of this. You could use adhesive sheet on the back of this as well. I often forget to use the adhesive sheet. It's when I get to put it down and then I go, oh, I could have used adhesive sheet on this. So if we just center that top, bottom, firmly press. But I think putting it behind the lattice really adds some nice dimension and variation. Let's pop these back where I think I might want them. I definitely want that one coming out there. Over the edge. Some of these I'm going to put up on some dimensionals. I might do that now. Tell me in the comments if you've used the press and seal and how successful it's been for you. Because we all like tips to help us in our crafting. And then we've got a sentiment that we're going to pop in there like that. I've used one of the small ones of the countryside dies for that. And I'm not going to put anything on the inside. I'm just going to leave congratulations. And then when I come to use this card, then I'll be able to use it for whatever the occasion might be and put a different sentiment on the inside. And we're going to use these metallic gems and add a little bit more gold around this card. Comes with gold, silver and rose gold. So I definitely seem to like the gold because there's hardly any gold left on them. There we go. Our 3 cards complete. I'll bring them all in. And we can have another look. So we've got our pinky version there. And on the vellum, so it just gives another look to the washi tape, and then on some coloured cardstock. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at this washi tape, Extraordinary Flora, that's what it's called. So I hope you get a chance to get some of the washi tape. It did sell out at one point and I missed out on the first round. All the products that I've used here today, if they're available, I'm going to list them down in the description below. So enjoy the rest of your week and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.